turn the table over to Michael.
Christine? Well, that's a good question.
I don't know, I've kind of heard different things about it. The systems put in were cool, the trees were planted, then, you know, the neighbors have the right to shade your solar.
Yeah, I don't think there's a precedent in Canada. There's a lawsuit that was won in New York City. Someone put a big, huge PV system on their roof. They built a high-rise beside it. They blocked their solar resource. They went to court, and they won this case that they own that solar resource. So down the States, New York City, well, you know, big legal system, you own that solar resource that's hitting your roof. So I don't think there's any, I know Kurt sort of anything like that. I don't think there's a precedent set in Canada.
In the city's special plan that's being written right now, it's been suggested the state of California in 1979 had same issues and they come from that. And the city thinks looking at using it as well. It would say between 9 and 3, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock local time, that nothing can be built that will put more than 10% shade on your system. So the city is addressing that right now in the special plan. You can read it, it's on the website. They're looking at doing it, I've been put in a law right now, but it's not great to establish something here, so we can put some stuff on. Just so city takes the website, there is a special plan on there, for the city takes it, and then you'll stuff to the final. Yep. Yeah,
I think just another point of clarity. I believe, okay, that the planning, like most municipalities are going through a generation of the revamping their planning act. And one of the terms in there is right of sight. You know, that's just like, because they're rewriting the whole thing around sustainability. So there's two things that they're talking about, right of sight as being everyone's right. And so when they're going about, you know, planning communities, you want to build a house, okay, you have to abide by certain rules, okay, so that everyone has right of sight. I don't believe it's embedded yet, but the verbiage, okay, in the planning act right now, what they do with it over the next while, I'm not sure. But there are some communities, okay, that are starting to be planned, okay, with those principles in mind.
We had a question over here.
Another question, there's a case in California where the conflict is between trees that have been planted to provide shade, environmentally quite positive, and the neighbor who had solar panels that were providing electricity and heating the pool. And the conflict was between the tree,
Yeah.
great tree, green, and then the neighbor who was doing good things with the PV stuff for supplemental electricity, but then was also powering the pool.
Yeah.
And I think in that case, the court said they had to trim the trees back. And in Toronto, there's a case going on in Scarborough. I don't know if it's actually been litigated yet, but there's a case in Scarborough with the same thing, where a neighbor is a big tree guy, and people next door have solar panels, both really environmentally aware, and they're having a big struggle with whose green plan gets precedence.
It's difficult. They both gobble up or reduce CO2, so and hate to see trees disappear. Yeah.
How does, when you need to do roof work, if you've got a roof, say, with 5, 6 years left in it?
Very good question. Yeah. We've run into this a number of times. For a solar thermal system, it's pretty simple. We try to organize it with the roofers. It will show up the day that they're doing the roof. We'll come in the morning. We'll take the 2 collectors. We'll drain the system, take the 2 or however many collectors there are, move them over to the north side of the roof, bolt them down so they don't fall off temporarily. Let them roof, because usually they do a roof in a day type of thing, do the south roof, and then we'll just schedule it in the afternoon. We'll come back and we'll move the collectors back on the other side. So cost-wise, for a 2-panel system, usually a couple of $100 worth of service time to have us remove it and then put it back on. And again, a roof ideally should be 20-year lifespan, something like that. So they should maybe have to do it once in the lifetime of that system. And again, not to say that that system can't then be rejuvenated, as we've done with one commercial system where it's now at 2nd generation. So we haven't replaced the whole system. We put new panels on. So,
okay. What's the weight of those panels built?
105 pounds and about 110 pounds full. So there's not much. Again, if you look at this, I quote a number of 3/4 of a liter that goes in there. So 100 pounds over 32 square feet. So it's pretty light. They're not heavy. They're awkward.
Even the pool
Pool ones are very light. Yeah, you get 12-foot panels. You get one guy just pulling these up the roof. They're about 25 pounds each. So even filled with water, there's a fair bit of water there. Not an awful lot of water going through the fins. But yeah, not that there's ever a structural concern on a flush mount system. And this is a point, I think I mentioned as far as permits before on Tuesday, that we typically do with the flat plates, flush mount, and by that I mean whatever pitch you have, we mount them very close to that roof, a couple of inches off the roof, so water can flow underneath. If I was to mount it standing up like that, I've suddenly now got to go visit a structural engineer and say, this roof that was designed for a force to go this way, I now want to put a force this way. What do I do to make it work? And so roofs aren't designed typically for forces like that. So then costs do go up. So for flat plates, we typically go with a flush mount because of that.
Is there any problem with,
When we're okay.
any problem with mounting on a brick wall back of the house space?
No, we've
The
done.
brick structure will handle that.
Well, we wouldn't go into most brick walls are. I won't say most. Most of them are veneer. We've never tried to do a structural brick wall where it's a double or a triple brick. So usually, if we're doing a single brick wall, we can get through into the inner wall structure. Yeah. Okay.
Do the panels have to be vertical, or can they be oriented horizontally?
They're designed for vertical. They do make panels. There's a Viessmann rep at the back there, and he'll tell you they've got a horizontal panel. They do have panels that are designed for horizontal. Typically, we always go a long ways up like that, but they do design
On the
it
back of the house, they can be put in
horizontally. Yep. Okay. Well, thanks. We'll be here after.
Thanks a lot, Rick. Really well done. Next presenter is Michael Tippy. Michael's going to talk about geothermal.